Oh, it's a big school of them, biggest school of them. I'm looking at the biggest muddy. That's tea for us. You know, like the travelling part of it's good, but it's what you get up to. That's where it's at. Do I get them both? No, one's chasing the other one. Oh, right in the shallows. They were like in ankle deep water. This year's going to be something else. Good morning all, and a fine one at that. Hey, welcome back to another episode. Come back to a special little spot for those who remember and for those who don't remember. So I've only really just started the YouTube videos like a couple of years back, doing it continuously. But there's actually this spot where I did my first one that I first ever posted, about 2 years ago. I did the camp in the wet season out of the ute, and this is one of the places I'd come to, and it was my first video that I threw up. But not only that, it triggered me memory. So obviously I posted a fair bit to Facebook over the time, but when I was with the ex-Bree, we pretty much put together a little episode, an actual thing that we first ever posted to Facebook. And I think that was, it might have been 2016 or something, I think that was, when we put that up. And it just clicked, and I'd go to that many spots, so sometimes I don't remember. But yeah, it was actually at this spot that we did that as well. Unfortunately, it was up on YouTube, but old copyright wasn't big on that back then, and you know, didn't realise much, didn't know much about it, and yeah, I got a few strikes with it, so I had to take it down. But more because of the music. But yeah, if I got any bit of footage of it, I'll throw some up of it. But yeah, that was at this spot. So that was back in the days when I had Spook as well. But anyway, we're back out here. It's not too far away from mum's and that, so it's always a good spot to come out, and I've met some really nice people I've been out here in the past. It's good because I wanted to do it. I wanted to come here and set up so I could test out all my new mods and that, and if I need anything changed, well, that way on the way through Cairns I can pick up anything I need if need be. So it's always good to set it all up and try it out. But yeah, anyway, busy day today. Mum, Wayne and the little four-legged brothers are coming for a visit, so I think we're just going to chill at camp. I'm just out here now looking for a car park for Mum. The old Rav will eat this up, I reckon, but if it does go down, I don't think it has any recovery points on it, so not worth it. And camp's just around there, so nice little parking bay in the shade from here. But I'll show you this camp. She's all set up now. All them little DIY jobs we did, and yeah, bits and pieces we got. Finally getting to test it all. Tides are getting bigger and it's starting to fill up this little gully out the front. Hopefully I'm here in a few days time still, and yeah, it'll be nice to see. I'll have a flick in here. Might be the odd floodie in that. And them jabberoos. I don't know if you remember, but last time I was here a couple of years back, there was jabberoos out there, and there's still 2 of them getting around now. So how yeah, how good's that? Pretty cool. Anyway, this is us. Panels all set up, working like a charm too. That's that Renogy one, 400 watt light suitcase. I think it's about 13.7 kilo. She's been working good. It's pretty much the main one, the only one I've brought. I still got the 100 watt one up on the roof. This is her. This is the view. Pretty mad. Anyway, we'll start from over here. What have we done? So we threw the new awning up. When I first got here, though, the old weather was a bit heavy going. She was rainy and windy and that. They do pool. A lot of people are asking. Don't think it's something, you know, it's like the other awnings, they pooled. You just have to drop the leg down. But obviously how these are made, freestanding, you can't be dropping legs down. But what I end up doing, which I knew I'd most likely have to do it, this center pole, I loosened up it, took off these Velcro straps and kind of brought it in, so it created a bit of a funnel, and it worked good. It yeah, it just, the water could run straight off, and if anything, it worked better because I can actually collect water from a single point where it comes down, where the other one, you know, you drop a corner and it's kind of like the water can rush off anywhere. But so that was one bonus thing. Other than that, it went good. Would I ever change it? No. I'm digging this thing. I've set it up a few times now, and yeah, I wish they had to come out a long time ago, but I'm glad I'm here to see them now. She works good. Like I said, you don't need the poles. I've just got the poles up because the wind was really howling, and I mean howling. Just a bit of extra security. But yeah, but it is pretty solid without. This is the first time I've actually had it set up with the poles. Just, yeah, safe and sorry. There's the other little center post that goes through. So obviously I had to loosen this one up too, so the arms would come in together. What else? Other than that, yeah, she's been going good. In the freezer, she's full. Any fresh on the trip, but well, I've just made room in the boat for the Yeti. I've got to take it, and now I've got a bit more faith in that boat trailer. I'm happy to show that Yeski, and so when Mum and that come up, they're bringing me the Yeski, and then probably a few more meals and that too. So that'll, yeah, I haven't been fishing here. Like I said, she's been pretty blowy, but this is more just to set up, make sure everything's going good. So if I need anything, next major town, boom, I can pick it up. Yeah, little things. They even got me a little, what are these, JBL Charge 5, I think they are, and it's been working like a charm. I got the boombox, the bigger one. So yeah, it's just little things like that. I just couldn't wait to get out just to try it out, see how loud it was. She goes good. What else do we got? The Blue Eddy, the AC240. So like I said, I threw that on board. The guy sent it out, so I just wanted to give it a pearl and see how it goes. Realistically, it's big just for my ute camp, but I've cooked on induction every night and haven't had troubles with charging it back up, and I've been using it to run the battery charger for the ute too, so if need be to top up them batteries. So it's just good, it's handy to have there. What else over here? This is just, yeah, pretty simple in the ute setup. Like, in saying that, I've still got a bit of shit, but hey, I'm going to be in it for a few months, so I'll do me and you do you. But yeah, so what have we got? Yeah, like I said, I just run the induction. Still got a little gas cooker. because like I said, I take out my little gas cooker when I go camping on the quad and that. So, and I've got it for backup just in case, always handy. The solid thermal cooker, that Billy Boyle I showed you a while back, that has been the bomb. I'll tell you what, I've been cooking in that quite a few times because it's something you can set and forget. I do it in the morning, and then come night time, you got a good warm feed. And it's been working. Even I did it the other day in the rain and that, it was a lot cooler, but still, at the end of the day, she was a hot feed. Also got this bad boy. Was it a flex tail? I think they're getting popular. I've seen a few of them now. It's a brilliant little light. It just packs right down into a little like a cylinder. It's got legs and everything on it. They're magnet as well. But yeah, bright, like really bright. So I just use that. That's because my light that I have out here doesn't really shine back in here, so I've just had that on a stand, shining down for cooking and stuff like that, and then can be taken out. I really like it because I want to do more nighttime filming, and those, like the old cameras, they're just not made for nighttime. So this here is just, I can just move it with me, put it wherever I want to go, take it fishing. It is a bright light. And on a tripod it can drop down on that as well. The old rack with me spag, she's going good. I will take us up there. Tinny, did I tell you about my new trailer? Man, I am stoked with it. I won't show you too much because it was up in the last episode if you want to have a look. Showed you a bit about it, but yeah, like I said, I've been making room in the tinny to fit the old esky. It's got the quad, the fishing mobile, collecting firewood, taking the girl for a run. She loves it. This was the also the what is this, the quickie nudie, so it's the same sort of setup as that. It comes out all on struts, plenty of room. I'm digging the room in it. They're a little bit bigger than the other ones you could get, because I run my toilet and shower in there, so it's prime. That's just, yeah, my shower. Around here, so this is Dodger's little box. This is Dodger's bedroom view. Oh yeah, you numbnut. Take you upstairs. Welcome to the penthouse. So I know I'm going to get asked again, because I have been asked several times, and I understand not everyone sees every post or video, but I went the swag, I kept the swag, but I wanted a rooftop tent, so I turned the swag into one. I did this because I got the camper trailer. I feel sorry for you who have heard this before, but like I said, I know not everyone hears it, but I got the camper trailer. It's got a bed on it. I want to go out in the tinny and the quad camping when I do, so I had to have a swag for that. And then, well, I come camping in the ute, and there's no good having 3 different beds, a swag for the boat, the quad, or show on to go out with mates, and have the camper trailer with bed, and have a rooftop as well. So that's an extra 50 plus kilos that I don't need. But some of the places I go and camp, there's good sized crocs, and it's only going to take a small one to really do your day up. So I'd rather be out them places and just knowing I'm a bit more safer off the ground. Dodger's alright, she jumps in a crate, I know she's safe and I'm safe, so that's why I went this way. And yeah, it's easy. I said got this rack made up, there's a video on that as well. She just folds back, quad comes up here. I can't set it up here while the quad's on here because it's a little bit too high, but that's fine. If if I'm only pulling up for the night, I can just roll the swag on the ground like normal one. But when I get to places like this and I can set up here and have views like that, that's what I'm talking about. I'm even shaded in the morning. I'm usually up at crack of dawn anyway, but if I have a big night and I'm a little bit seedy, I want to stay in bed a little bit longer, it's yeah, I've got a little shade cloth in front of me here. Inside, so this is her. It's what is it, the Crash Pad hybrid swag. So it's not as wide as a king size, and it's wider than a single. So it's pretty much in the middle, and it's big enough for 2 people, you know. There's plenty of room in here. Yeah, I can real proper starfish it, so I'm loving it. But yeah, and obviously just she's winter and I ain't cold-blooded, I shiver. So I got a nice heavy crash pad sleeping bag, so she's very thick and heavy. Got me fan, because no matter how cold it is, I still got to have that fan going, because I just can't sleep when it's dead quiet. I need to have something ticking in the background, so that's why I have such a big ass doona or sleeping bag or whatnot. But no, it works good, and I like this design because I think it suits it better, because you know, this is the only section I really need to open. I can open the whole lot if need be, especially in the summer. But it's just good because this is the door. I jump up in here. If it's pissing down rain, I'm not trying to shut up a whole side. It's just this one little section. It is ideal for it. And it's not too bad sleeping on the grid, like I was saying. Who knows, maybe it's, you know, the swag's getting on, so when I do replace the mattress, I might go see if I can get a bit higher one or higher density. But yeah, it's going good, but I know eventually they, you know, yeah, stuff up and get all flat and not comfortable. But that's the swag. That's the Rooftop swag. One of the best mods I've done and love. It is a bit of a prick to set up, because you think when you're setting up a swag, you're on the ground, you can walk around it 360, putting your poles in and that, but up here you can't. So it took me a couple of times to figure out how to do that a bit better. What I do, I throw the poles on it when it's on the ground, and I pretty much bust my ass to pick it up, to put it in here and put it up there. But when it's done, it is worth it. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. There, I love me setup. You know, you gotta, when you do it, you gotta do it for you. I do see a lot of, you know, posts and that saying this is what you need, must have. But yeah, you know, we all do things differently. It's good to get ideas from other people and that, but at the end of the day, what suits me may not suit you neither, so I wouldn't be letting anyone tell you what you need. I'm happy to show you is what I, you know, how I've set mine up and what I use and random shit like that, but that doesn't mean you need it. Yeah, you might go a different way about it. Like I said, it is, it's home. Shit, I think, you know, I reckon I'll do this for the next 3 months, just living out of this. But in saying that, the last time I said that, which was the wet season camp, I think it ended up being 6 months we were away for in the swag. So it could be the same this time. So yeah, oh well, I better fill this kettle up, or this pot, put some water in it, because I have a feeling Grandma's going to be here soon, Dodge, and yeah, a cup of tea, so I know. Get up here, come on. Well, yeah, that's her. Anyway, well, yeah. Oh, I'll go kick this bloody bull for this girl. Here, out here, Dodge. Ready?